Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 3 of the Snowdrop Tundra research at the 40% area bonus. We have a main sleep session going on here, and then we have a nap session coming up too. So one thing that I wanted to highlight in this episode is just the nap session and how it impacts the energy recovery. When I did wake up today, I had around 77%. We'll see that in the score on the main session here. But it greatly impacts the energy recovered here on the Sylveon, and that is a problem because once it dips below 80%, the whole team just suffers because there aren't as many skill procs from the Sylveon, and that is a bit of a problem. So I'm thinking I have to keep an eye on this. Potentially I can consider putting the Walrein on my team just overnight and have that as a standard procedure, but yeah, this is a problem. So what I wanted to say was, when we do the nap session, I want to see where my energy is at, because if this tanks down to like 27% because of the nap, I don't think that is the case. But if it stays the same as well, that could also be a problem. I'll just have to see, because these are some of the mechanics I haven't really had a big deep dive into yet. I haven't done too many nap sessions before, but it really is necessary now with all of these slumbering Pokemon that I want to get a hold of. So here's the main session into today. I don't think I'll get a premium biscuit on this one just because we had a nap session yesterday. So got a snoozing session. I am looking for the Abomasnow this week, and that is a slumbering Pokemon. So for the most part, these bigger sessions will just be to collect some candy. I may not even get a Pokemon today, depending on how it all looks like. I do need to go on the candy save a little bit, and we have a Togetic, top belly. Got a Rattata, Slowpoke, Raticate. Got a Ditto, a Jigglypuff, and a Slackoth. If the Ditto is hungry, I will consider giving it a grade biscuit, but for the most part, I do want to save those for the Delibird. I don't think I'll be finding a Delibird anytime soon, and to an extent, I just want this great luck that I've had the past week to calm down a little bit. Maybe some of you guys can find something crazy. I've just had a crazy last week, like way past what I should want or expect, because that was just too much. So let's see. Yeah, the Ditto here is primed for that premium biscuit hungry, because then I can use one premium biscuit and a single Poke Biscuit, and I should have it. So got the Jigglypuff, Slackoth. I think I'm going to feed a single biscuit to the Rattata, and then I'm going to move on. I'm not too interested in the Raticate just yet, even though you can see the friendship level here is quite high. Haven't found a single berry finding, so just have to keep on. You know what? I don't have too many biscuits left. I am on the saving here for the Entei and the Suicune events, and so maybe I'll get something in the nap session just because that's when the premium biscuit is there. Ditto for sure is the better Pokemon here, potentially Jigglypuff, but it seems that a lot of you guys and everyone are just moving on to Gardevoir as the healer, so the Wigglytuff will be a bit on the back burner for those of you who have a really strong one, like most people do at this point. So let's have a look here. Got a decent amount of experience. Now what I'm curious about is my Sylveon is around 80%. So now that I connect for the nap session, I want to see what happens with the energy, because if for some reason it doesn't want to let me do some energy shenanigans, I may have to run like an alternate team setup for the naps, because something ain't right with that energy. So of course it is a slumbering session, and now that I've made it into master, I shouldn't be too low on the encounters either, so we'll just have to see. Snover is a slumbering Pokemon, so that's why the nap sessions here are important. And we can see what we got. So premium biscuit, hopefully Snover. Hey, there's the Snover. Let's see, we got two. It's a Silo. Why not? I'll take the Walrein candy though. The Spheal and a Marowak. I am on the hunt for another Spheal, but I think I just have to do that very slowly and not burn too many biscuits. I am going to get the Snover though, for sure. And then probably going to feed at least one biscuit to the Spheal if it is hungry. No hungries, that is perfectly fine. And the Spheal. You know what, I'm gonna feed it one biscuit just because if it does show up hungry next time, I can just double Pokebiscuit and I'll be fine. It is a bit frustrating with those that are 5 bars, you get them hungry and then they get all full. So now prevented that at least. And then I am gonna use the premium biscuit here just because if it crits, then I don't have to use the regular biscuit. And it seems like we are getting at least one Pokemon in this video, which is interesting. I also want to cover a little bit my experience, or experiment rather, this week. I'm trying to see if I can cook ninja salad every meal, all day, every day, the whole week. And so far it's working just fine. I am running a little bit low on the mushrooms, and I think once my Gengar hits level 50, that shouldn't be a big problem. Another issue I'm finding is I'm having a lot of extra ingredients on the Gengar, like the herbs, and then the Pikachu with the nightcap, and also my Sylveon. It's just giving a lot of ingredients, so I have like 100 apples and 100 cacao. Could be the case that I need to put on the Glaceon at some point just to get those out of the way, potentially just send them off for Dream Shards, but we'll see. I think during the Good Camp ticket weeks, that will be nice because then I have a good chunk of extra ingredients, and this discrepancy between 20% boost in productivity and 50% in the cooking pot size, then I should be just fine. So I think the Walrein is the better candy here for sure, and we're gonna review this Abomasnow. If it is a decent sub-skill Abomasnow with eggs in the second slot, I could consider it even if it has like an ABC pattern or ABA. The thing that I am mostly looking for is just that level 30 egg Pokemon that I can use during the cert weeks. And then long term, I'm really looking for a cracked Delibird. Oof, the modest nature that is ingredient up, but it's helping speed down. It's got tomatoes anyhow though, so this will be bin feed for sure. So yeah, the Abomasnow, it is the double eggs that I am looking for primarily, but if I do find eggs in that first slot, I will consider just capping it at level 30 because of the potential of the long-term really strong Delibird. So what I'm now curious to see is energy recovered is 22%. What does that mean for my Sylveon? Is it now going to be all the way up at 100 or what? So I went from 79 to 100. Alright, so it seems like the strategy here is... And thankfully the nap session didn't mess up my Tyranitar, so that is good to know. That means I should probably have a separate team for the main session then. And then figure something out later on. The thing that I'm the most curious about is just how to go about the Sylveon mostly. It's not impossible that I'll just switch in Sylveon as the Walrein tag team, because I do get the energy boost on the Walrein, and typically throughout the day I am aiming to be above 100 on the Sylveon, and for the most part it doesn't really do that much during the night. It doesn't contribute much to sneaky snacking, and the overall energy difference by having that extra proc in the morning, it's not a big deal for me. At that point I might as well just run the nap session in the Walrein, because then the Walrein will boost the... Essentially, if the energy is above 84%, it should max out to 100, something like that. And yeah, overall, team is looking good this week. Got the Ditto for the berries, the Tyranitar for the berries as well. And then every now and then I switch in the Walrein, depending on what ingredients I'm short on. it seems that the mushroom thing will be resolved. I checked the calculator and we had a bit of a discussion about that in Nirtheart. So yeah, you can see 9 mushrooms, getting close to lunch, and you can see the warming ginger and the soybeans are low. Meanwhile, the leeks are doing just fine. I'm overall at a net positive over time, but it seems to an extent that I need to run 2 Pokemon for the leeks for it to all work out. And so whenever I can get this Dugtrio to level 50 for that helping speed, and to level 60 for that extra leak slot, it's going to be a huge boost to my overall strategy. So very excited about that. By then, there's potentially the Surfetched that's going to come along and just bring the large leaks and retire my Dugtrio. But maybe it's going to be useful still either way. So getting close here to starting to get some more Poke Biscuits. What I'm thinking though is I should potentially just get the Master Biscuit first and then see whatever Poke Biscuits I can afford. This month I got the main skill and the sub skill, typically get both of those and then just stack up on the biscuits. But I'm thinking I should do some Suicune prep depending on what the main skill is going to be, because I am super curious if it is going to be Helper Boost on both the Entei and the Suicune for fire types and water types respectively. I don't know if I'm all that interested to go all in. I would be super curious to see an ingredient magnet Suicune and a cooking pot Entei, but maybe that's too much to ask for. We'll just have to see. It depends. Like, do the Dugtrio have a shared pattern in the sense that they all have helping boost, or do they have a shared pattern in the sense that they borrow a little bit from the evolutions and that whole lore from the main series? So it's gonna be interesting to see. This video a bit of a shorter one just because there wasn't much here to talk about. I'm still on the hunt for the Abomasnow, and we are running some experiments with a Ninja Salad this week and the energy for the nap sessions. So hope you enjoyed this video. It was a rather short one. Let me know if you found anything interesting this week, and I'll talk to you in the comments. Thank you for watching.